Hi babe, what's up and welcome to my channel. We are doing a what's in my makeup bag spring edition, so let's get into it. Very excited to show you guys what products that I have. Here's my makeup bag. I got it off of Amazon to start off. I know people probably have some questions about it, so I will leave it linked down below, but it's pretty big and it's actually overflowing. So let's get into everything that's in here from top to bottom. Okay, so starting out at the top of my makeup bag, I have it down here because it's actually pretty heavy. I have all of my brushes. Most of my brushes are from Real Techniques, and then I have some brushes from Morphe, and then I also have some brushes from Amazon. So I'm gonna pull out the Real Techniques brushes. So they don't have any numbers on them anymore, and I literally just used them today. But these are all of my Real Techniques brushes and I love them so much. You guys, like, they're such good quality and they're very fluffy. I've had them for a while. You can tell because literally the bottom is starting to like crust off. Like, I actually need some more. But these are a few of them. You can tell they're Real Techniques because of like the tone, and then they all the Real Techniques brushes will have like an RT on the label, and you can get these from obviously like Ulta, Target, whatever. And then I always keep a pair of scissors in my makeup kit because you never know, like sometimes like I'll do like a strip lash, so you have to cut your strip lashes, or I don't know, whenever you're traveling too, having a pair of scissors on you is always good. These are more so, I'm pretty sure, like hair shears, but they work for me and they're really sharp, so I love that. These are just like a couple of like random little eye brushes that I have, but I love the compartment at the top because they're all sectioned off to where you can have all of your brushes like spread out, which is really cool. At the top of the makeup bag, there is a little zip pouch right here, and I'm gonna open it so you guys can see what's in there. I have a few of my go-to palettes that I've been using. So this is a recent just like pickup that I was using for a drugstore, but this is the Black Radiance palette. And then I have the Warriors 2 Juvia Place palette. I literally use this palette down. That's why it's so beat up and so crusty, but it's been one of my holy grails for, I would say, like the past year and a half. So definitely, I probably should like re-up on that because some of my colors are like done for. So on the inside of the palette, you can see like I'm out of some, but I have loved using these two right here specifically, and then those was colors that I would use as like a blush. So I think this palette is absolutely gorgeous. Randomly, I have eye drops. These are just some essentials that I had in my kit because my eyes, they are so sensitive and they can get very watery, and so keeping eye drops in my kit just in case always has helped me because I never know when I'm gonna have like an allergic reaction. Sometimes like my eyes can be very sensitive, and just like I'm very sensitive in general to allergies, and so I love to keep that in my makeup kit. You guys, I have a lighter in here. I guess this is like maybe for if I was like traveling and I wanted to light a candle. I don't know why this is in my makeup kit, but I'm sure it will come in handy one day. I have my little compact K mirror, and you always need to have like a little compact mirror for yourself, just so that like you can do obviously like your eyes up close, brows, lips, whatever. Love having a mirror, and it has like both sides. One is more magnified and then one is just like regular. And then I also have this eyelash curler. This is very useful obviously for curling your lashes, and y'all gotta keep that thing. Okay, yeah, I found my other, yeah, we have both of the hair clips, so you can put your hair back. Don't play. Next thing in here is my little go-to pencil sharpener. This is just like a quick 1-2, but keeping your pencil sharpener, my lip liner or like anything, if it gets dull, like I can't stand it if it's dull and it doesn't work or it's broken, so I always have to keep a pencil sharpener in my kit. Next in my kit is nail glue. You never know where you're at, and if your nail breaks off, you're going to literally want to scream. So having nail glue in my kit has literally saved my life on more than one occasion. And there was a time that I was only wearing like press-on nails, and now that I do my own nails, it's still very essential to have nail glue, regardless, even if you're with someone maybe and they need nail glue, like you never know. So I always recommend keeping that in your kit. Next in my kit is this little razor. I feel like I can be like a hairy girl sometimes, and if I need to touch something up, just you know, keep that thing. And let's say you forget your tweezers, having this little like razor, like if you need to just like razor off like a little string on a clothing item, you know, like you have to be willing to improvise. The next thing in my makeup bag is these tweezers right here, and they're not traditional tweezers. These are for lash extensions. So I do my own lash extensions, and so these actually came in a set that I was doing my lashes with that I actually currently am using, and I love these because they're angled, so they really are able to help you like put the lash like where you need. And so I always recommend keeping this in your kit. Next are my actual tweezers. These are just two different ones. I feel like I'm always just randomly purchasing tweezers. These are from Elf, and then these are no name brand. It doesn't say it on here, but I'm pretty sure I got these like from Walgreens or something. Also probably got these from Walgreens as well. But keeping multiple tweezers in your kit, you just never know. You never know. I think I just have so many little tweezers laying around. One of my biggest pet peeves is when I have like a random like hair or something that I just am like, I need to get that, or like, so yeah, I always have to keep tweezers on me. I have this one safety pin just in case I need to safety pin something like wardrobe malfunction or anything. You just never know. And so I was like, I feel like I just need to keep this in there. That one random occasion where something goes awry, I'm gonna be like, who has a safety pin? I'm like, you do, congratulations. These are the To Go Spa eyes, and then it's green tea. It's called the Dark Circle Warrior, but I always try to keep at least 1 to 2 pairs of eye patches in my makeup kit, especially for like if I'm going to an event and I really want to make sure that like my under eyes are good, or if I'm doing like an early morning shoot or doing something early in the morning and I need to look the part, then I will keep these in there. And then if you're like staying in a hotel or something, you can always pop these in the fridge and then leave them in there, like in the mini fridge or whatever, and then put them on your eyes right in the morning, drink your coffee, make your breakfast, and then you're good to go for when you do your makeup. I have my gua sha in my makeup kit, so I have multiple gua shas. And so like I said, like because this is more so like for traveling, when I like to have a gua sha with me just in case I want to practice some self-care, or I just feel like, you know, I'm inflamed from riding on the plane or whatever, and just keeping this on me is always very useful. I have the Neutrogena skin tint. I've used the skin tint in the summertime and I actually really liked it, and it didn't leave a cast on my face or anything. This is in the shade 30, I believe. Oh, deep. And then, oh, it's tinted sunscreen broad spectrum SPF 30, and then it says it's available in 4 shades. Now let's get into some products and things that I've been using recently, and just different products that I've also been testing out. And this is the fun part. Okay, so in no particular order at all, I'm just gonna be grabbing random things. I have the e.l.f. blush in here. This is the blush in the shade, well, it's called the Camo Liquid Blush, and it's in the shade Coral Crush. I really enjoy how this looks on my skin. And I kind of had been using more drugstore products recently because I wanted to test out some drugstore products just to see like how I felt about them. And I actually really enjoyed how this e.l.f. product turned out. A few other products from e.l.f. that I have. This is the Halo Glow Powder Filter, and I actually really enjoyed how this looked as well. This is in the shade Deep Neutral, and I felt like it just really helped my skin to completely just like even out and give it that like flawless finish, so I really like that. I also have the e.l.f. Power Grip Matte Primer. This is what it looks like, and I had never used this before. My previous primer that I was using was the Power Grip Primer from e.l.f. and I really enjoyed this, so I was like, I want to try the matte because matte is like my go-to. I love a matte look and I always love how it looks. For primer, I actually ended up using the One Size Oil Sucker Extreme Mattifying Alkaline Primer. It's very dirty, but I really like this primer, and I feel like it gives your face like a very snatched look. Like when I tell you this mats you down, it mats you down. For some foundations that I have the Maybelline Matte and Poreless. I have one in the shade 365 and then another in the shade 330. And so I found that I'm in between these two shades, and so I'll typically go in and I'll mix them together, and I really like how it turns out. I'll always be a fan of the Maybelline Matte Fit Me. Like y'all can never turn me against Maybelline. I literally love them so much, and yeah, this is one of my favorite products. Other foundations that I've been loving that have been my go-to for the past, like I would say year, yeah, like literally I've been loving this. Maybe like year, a little bit under a year, but I've been using the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte, and I have two shades of this as well. One is in 425 and then this other one is in 445, and you guys, this feels so breathable on my skin. Very light, very pretty, and I feel like it's very buildable as well. Recently I've been dealing with just like some different like skin issues, and I felt like this product felt so good on my skin. It wasn't too much, and it didn't make me feel like my face was like dried down or anything. Like pretty much like, you know, heavy layers on your skin. I felt like it really looked so good, and I recommend this to everybody. I ended up randomly picking this up from Target one day when I was in the Ulta section, and so now this one is actually running out. I guess this is the one I typically lean more towards if I'm not either like mixing it or just using this one, depending on like my tan. And so I definitely am gonna go pick up the big version of this, but I'm a huge fan. So for some powders, we have the Laura Mercier. This is in the shade Translucent Medium Deep. I really like this translucent powder. I think it leaves my skin looking so pretty and just like very smooth. I will say I do feel like I get a little bit oily from this, but I'm still a big fan of Laura Mercier. And then I also have the Charlotte Tilbury. You guys, I've been using this for the past, what, like 2 years, and I swear down by this, probably more than 2 years. My concept of time is like off, but I swear down by the Charlotte Tilbury. This is in Airbrush Flawless Finish, shade 3. And I constantly am going back and forth, and like I'm like always hitting pan on this all the time, and I've probably restocked this like 3 or 4 or 5 times. I've had the big ones, I have the mini ones. I love. And I completely forgot that you can just buy like the replacement, but like the inside and not the outside, but you have to like order it, and like whenever I'm in the store, it's just so convenient to pick up. I love Charlotte. Another powder that I recently tried was the Huda Beauty. This is in Peach Pie, and this is more of like a pinky shade, and I really like how, or I would say like a pinky to more, you know, like a little bit of orange shade, and I really like how it looks. If you can see it right there, I don't feel like it leaves me looking like too light or any like white cast or anything. I really appreciate how the Peach Pie came out, because I was going between this one and then the other shade. I can't remember specifically what it's called, but it was one of the newer shades. And so I was like looking at reviews, and I saw positive reviews from women that were like my skin complexion or even darker that really enjoyed using the Peach Pie. Okay, so this is the Patrick Ta for Face in She's Chiseled. You guys, I've always used this, and I completely love this duo palette personally. It was definitely one of those products that at first, like I was like, I don't really know if it like goes with my like skin complexion, but I will say I really end up liking it. It just depends on like when I want to wear, because I will say sometimes when I use this during the day, I think that it looks like maybe like just like not what I'm going for, but then when I do it at night, like on maybe like I want like a more intense like face, I really like how the Patrick Ta looks. But this is really a big go-to for me. I'm always implementing it, and it even has like, I've hit pan on both, and then this at the top, this is like the cream, and then at the bottom is the powder. So I like that they have both options, but I'm more so, it does look like I use more of the cream more, but I will say that I'm more of a powder girl when it has come to this powder. This is just like a cuticle oil little stick, and it's for your cuticles, because tip, whenever you're going out, you should be like putting cuticle oil on your hands and on your toes, just so your hands don't look dry, and it can just give like, you know, fresh hands. It makes like your nails just stand out that much more, and a lady should always have her cuticle oil 100%. You guys, this is my favorite new product that I have. This is the topical slick salve. Literally, I am obsessed. Like, are you joking? I just feel like it just gives me that like baddie glow. Like, yeah, I love this. Like, my lips already look that much more like prominent and juicy with this. Like, I'm obsessed, and I love the mint flavor. Chef's kiss, chef's kiss. I have like multiple lash glues. This one is from Lilac Street Pro. This one, what brand is this? Oh, it doesn't say the brand on here. And then this one is from Fad Lash. But you guys know, like, I do my own lashes, and so it's just funny that I have all these little lash things. I usually have my lash kit in here, but I think I was doing them in the bathroom, and I think they're in my bathroom at the moment. But yeah, can never leave the house without your lash glue. For some lips, I do have the NYX Soft Matte. This is in the shade Athens, and then I also have the NYX Butter Gloss, and this is in the shade Praline. And so I love to use these together. These two are like go-tos. And then I also just have some brown liners. So these are two of the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow Fill and Define. And I will say, like, when it comes to a brown liner of any sort, like, I'm gonna use it wherever I please, like, just because I feel like brown liner is universal. Like, who makes all these rules, right? Like, so I'll use like the brown liner for like my lips, I'll use it for my brows, I'll use it like wherever like I see fit. And then this is the Kat Von D Tattoo pencil liner. This is longwear eyeliner, and this is like a darker brown than the brown I just showed you guys. But I love using this. I was using this for my brows for a little, and then I was also using this for like under like my waterline, just to like kind of smudge it out. And this has a very like creamy consistency to it. So yeah, just know that it's kind of giving like wax cream crayon type of thing, if that makes sense. So it like smudges out, and it does like stay. It's like hard to. So I have my CoverGirl. This is the Perfect Point Plus liquid liner, and I always use this because I always add back on my little beauty marks. And so I bought this just so that it can be very pristine and not black, because I don't like how like the black liner looks as like my touch up to my beauty mark. I have a black liner. I think this is from Milani. I've had it for a while, and I don't really use liner anymore. I may get back into using liner because I feel like liner is just like boss, you know, like it just looks so good. Like when you do it right, a good liner, don't even play. Like, yeah, so I always keep that just. And then I also have the Summer Fridays in the Dream Lip Oil in Midnight Berry. And I really like this. It's very like red for sure. If a gloss and like a balm like married each other, that's what this would be. And then it does have like that nice red color. I don't always wear a red lip, but I'm not opposed. Of course, I just have some normal lash glue just in case, like I said, because like I have like my little other lash glue, but if I need to actually like put on like a strip lash, I want to make sure I have that. I have the NYX the brow glue, and I got back into using this recently. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of this anymore, so I'm going to like look into another brow gel, because I was using the Anastasia brow gel previously, and I was like, oh, like let me try NYX again. But I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of the formula anymore, but this is still in my makeup kit just for like just in case. I feel like when it comes to like not wearing makeup and like using this, I really enjoy it. But another thing that I have in my kit that I probably won't be using anymore, just to be quite honest with y'all, this is the Milani Make It Last Matte Charcoal Setting Spray. So when I bought this, I was like, okay, like I of course just wanted to try it, and this is when I've been like testing out drugstore products, like I said. This is 16-hour wear, and I felt like when I was using it, like the product, it made like my face look a little bit ashier, and I was like so confused. So like there was like spurts of like the charcoal, and it wasn't like blending in and just being a setting spray. And I like shook it a couple times and tried to test spray it, and when I did that and then like it came out more of like a mist instead of like a firm spray, it looked okay. But I don't think I'm the biggest fan of this, but I just want to let you guys know, just in case you do see it and you're curious about getting it, that is my experience. Next in my kit is the Hourglass. This is the concealer in the shade Teak Vanish. I really like this concealer a lot. I'm definitely going to be re-ing up. I might get a different tone because I feel like this is kind of close to my skin complexion, and I feel like I need something a little bit lighter just to brighten up my face some more. And so especially like with my under eyes, because like I'm just trying different products these days, but I really love the formula for the Hourglass. So for blushes, I have this MAC blush that I've had for a while. Probably need to get like another one. It's like Ilia blush. Oh my gosh, it's so messy. But I've been loving both of these, and then I usually go in with this Ilia cream blush, and then I'll apply the MAC on top, and it leaves it really pretty and soft and pink. So really love these two. This is in the shade At Last. Actually considered a multi-stick, so I bet people like use it for like different areas, but I love this color. Very pretty. It's very like, it's like a mauve-y tone. So random, but you guys, I have a couple bobby pins in here. Of course, I feel like you can't go anywhere without bobby pins, so I like to keep bobby pins in my case, like just little like knickknacks, like hair products and like little different things, just to kind of like help me just in case I forget and I forget to pack it. For sponges, I have this elf sponge. I haven't used it. It's like a little dirty, but it has like that little plushy thing. For concealer, I have this Maybelline Erase, and then this is in the shade, does it say the shade on here? I guess the shade is at the bottom, 143. I've been using this, like I said, I was testing out other drugstore products, and I'm not really like the biggest fan of this anymore. I thought I did like it, but after using it a couple times, I did use it today, and I feel like I made it work. But not the biggest fan of this anymore, but because I think the formula is just like a little bit like watery kinda, but I don't know, it's very interesting. But I was like, I could probably do without this product for sure. But like I said, like I recently just purchased it, and I was like, okay, like I'm gonna give it a try. This isn't always in my makeup kit, but this is just like a little fan. I love to, of course, like do my lashes and touch them up. I also will use this when I just want to dry down my concealer, which is really good for that, and like kind of to expedite the process. So this is always very convenient to have, but it's not a necessity. I've seen other people like use fans and stuff, and I think that that's a really good touch. So that is everything that's in my makeup bag. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video, and make sure you subscribe for more. Bye.